Hello everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back if you're returning. Alright, we're going to get right into it here. This is the set that I was wearing when I started this video, number one. Number two, I am recording in a new setting and I was way too close to the camera and didn't realize how zoomed in I was for like maybe the first less than 5 minutes, so please bear with me while things are like really in your face. So this was a little set that I did with full cover press-on tips from Not Polish. I'll show you them later for Christmas. And I was actually wearing these nails, which, surprise, surprise. And here are the things I'm going to be doing. That was the swatch of the design I'm going for. I did use Inspo from Thao from Not Polish to do this set. And I will link the video of the nails she did in my description box. So I'm just showing you guys here that how I'm taking these off. And again, these were full cover tips, like the Gel X Press X method with Thicky Gel. So I'm going to use this bit to remove them. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I hope your holidays went amazing. I hope you guys are ready for New Year's. And yes, I did draw these Frenchies and I did draw the little designs on there. It was lots of wiping off and starting over, but I'm trying, you guys. I was surprised that I was able to do these Frenchies with my non-dominant hand and everything. And you could see, I'm sure, that none of them were even, but whatever. So what I'm removing here is Not Polish's Thicky Gel in the color Strawberry Milk. And I did not record doing that set because why didn't I record that? Oh, actually I did, and I was doing an unboxing, and then I had to delete it because I didn't have room. So you can see here that I still have some of the full cover tip on my nail, and so I'm going to use these little nail foils with a little bit of acetone to melt that down a little further. And I probably left this on for like 5 minutes only, less than 10 minutes for sure, and it melted it off. I'll show you guys when I take it off. So I was showing this removal only because I wanted to be able to talk to you guys. I have no nail room yet. I'm still in the Airbnb in Arkansas. Loving it here. Absolutely beautiful. Just, oh my gosh, so beautiful. Normally I don't use the cuticle pusher to do that. I just start removing. But I wanted to show you guys that these do soak right off. And then I'm going to go in with a sanding band and just smooth out the rest. I do have on a base coat under this, as I always do, so I'm removing the nail set I had on, but I'm still leaving the majority of my base coat that I had on. So this video does have 2 nail sets in it, so I'm removing these, and then I'm going to do the set I showed you the inspo for, and then I think it was 2 days later I changed my nails because I'm wearing nails on myself now, you guys, because I don't have a job where I can't wear nails, so I'm back to wearing nails on myself, thank goodness. And I've already changed, since I started wearing nails, I've already changed them 5 times now. Currently, I have a set on my left hand that I did yesterday that I'm wearing because I love them, and my right hand is bare and ready for nails, and I will be recording. I recorded the set that's on my left hand, and I will be recording the set I'm doing on my dominant hand today. So there are 4 videos for you. This one contains 2 nail sets. The next one will contain the acrylics I'm wearing now on my left hand, and then one after that will be an acrylic set on my right hand. This is what they're looking like after removal. So, Not Polish has come out with what they're called their Press X system, which is press-on nails. These tips that I'm going to use here, that I'm showing you now, are their old tips. These are the tips I'm showing you now. These tips are their new ones that are the ones I'm actually wearing that I just removed. So the natural short, square, extra short, and these are great because, first of all, more comes in there and they have half sizes. And they literally fit perfectly. With the Thicky Gel, so easy. Literally the easiest nails I ever did. I still love acrylic though, so watch out. I'm not going to be staying with gel, but this was so easy. And I should have kept that recording I got my iPad fixed, so now I can move videos to my iPad and do them back to back to back. So that won't be a problem anymore, but the video of doing these nails I had to delete to get on to doing these other sets. So for this set, I'm going to be using the old Press X tips, which are these here. These are the long coffin, and they're gorgeous. Their shape is just so beautiful. You don't have to build yourself an apex. You don't have to put any acrylic or gel or anything on these. They're sturdy enough. Same with their other Press X, their new system that I showed you. You don't have to do anything but polish them. You can add thicky gel, builder gel, hard gel, soft gel, like any version of it. I'm saying thicky gel because that's just their brand name. You know, you can use any of one of the gels I mentioned. And you can also do acrylic or use these for press-ons. But I just liked this shape, so that's why I'm using this one. The Press X system comes with the dehydrator, the primer that I just showed you, the press gel to adhere and glue them, and the stain-resistant top coat. Your choice of tips, your choice of top coat, the stain-resistant or gloss it, and their flash cure lamp, their table flash cure lamp. I ended up buying these things separately. I already had the lamp, these tips, the dehydrator, the primer, the stain-resistant top coat, and so the only thing I needed to buy were more tips. So I bought the extra long square, which was super long and I will be using. I bought the extra short square that I'm wearing in this video, and then I also bought long stiletto so that I would be able to do any kind of gel nails. I didn't realize that, well, I'll tell you in a minute about the acrylic situation. So this was only the second time I've ever done press-on nails on myself. And so I followed every tutorial I've ever seen and put a little thin layer, like as a base coat. I scratched the surface of the nail and used primer on it. And you can tell the primer is working because your brush starts kind of dragging and skipping on the nail, so you can tell it's kind of etching it or making it sticky. So I knew that would work. And these stayed on great. I had to remove them. However, this is what they're looking like. The shape is just, phenomenal. So nice. And they fit well. They meet sidewall to sidewall. There's not a big gap, where the glue should go in your apex area. So these, having a nice apex that you can see with such a gorgeous shape without leaving like a blank spot, was great. I love this cure lamp because all you have to do is just touch it with your knuckle. You can do it hands-free. And you guys, I'm definitely still learning. This is only the second time I've ever done, not ever, I've done full cover tips on myself, but like 2 years ago once. So I did use too much gel, and I will be working on that. You need to use way less than you think. I couldn't get over the shape of these. Just gorgeous. So I will show you when I'm finished, but one of the things I love about these is they're just the right thickness. Like they still have that like a meaty, crisp, free edge, which I'll show you later. So I'm taking this bit and my e-file on a speed of 7, and I'm going to go around the edges, make sure these tips are fitting flush, and like blend them in, and get any spillover glue that I have off. And I've already, of course, cured these into place. So that's what I'm doing now, is just cleaning up my little edges. And it's always so much talking right in the beginning to like catch up with what's going on in the video. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's see. Right. So I cleaned off the dust, and I'm going to do this little trick that I've seen lots of other creators do, where you get a cleanup brush and some acetone, and you gently go around the cuticle area and sidewalls where the tip is meeting your natural nail, and use the acetone to it'll kind of melt the tip a little bit, and you can also feel it kind of becoming sticky. In other words, like it is melting it. It's like melting it in place to seal it, to make it seamless, and to just give it that growing out of your nail natural look. I did find this helpful, and it does work, by the way. So, you guys, my press-on journey didn't have to last as long as I thought it was, and I told you I did an unboxing and this pink and white set that I had, and that I had to delete it to move on to other content. I'm going to take the nub off only. See the thickness of these? Excellent. So I'm going to be using the gels I showed you to do the design that I showed you on the swatch stick. But again, I completely copied Thao's. It wasn't Inspo, like I totally copied it. I don't know what products she used, specifically what gels she used or anything, but I completely copied her design. I'll tell you one thing I didn't like about it when we get there. But I ordered the pumpkin spice monomer from Not Polish. That's number one. So I did 2 unboxings. I unboxed an order that I took advantage of the 35% off sale. I got a couple acrylics. I got their pumpkin spice monomer, and I got some thicky gel, and I don't even remember what else. But I also got their medium mystery box that I got when they were having like a sale on TikTok. So I got their apron, I got their hot pink little plastic bag, and $5 off. So in the mystery box, I want to tell you guys about this. Being used to acrylic, I am much too heavy-handed when I'm trying to do a gel design, so I didn't realize when I pulled out this ombre brush that pushing as hard as I'm used to pushing with an acrylic brush is literally just going to remove my design. So I had to go back in, redo it, and then teach myself in the moment how to use the ombre brush. And basically, it's the key to this is no pressure. You're just going to feather, and that makes sense, right? You're just feathering it over the product. Anyway, so when I unboxed the mystery box, I had the neutralizer, and that is peach scented. I have literally never bought neutralizer before on purpose because 2 reasons. Number one, I was always in my own nail room and did not have to worry about masking the smell of monomer. And I love the smell of monomer. I don't want to mask it. I want it to smell the way it does. I love that smell. And the other reason was because I'm not a fan, you guys, of like artificial scents. I don't have candles in my house. I don't have Glade or Febreze plugins. So I automatically knew that something artificial peach wouldn't be something I wanted to smell. Mix that with monomer. Now you have artificial peach smell and monomer mixed together. And then I have a real I wouldn't say like a sensory problem or anything, but if I smell a smell one time, like let's just say I'm eating my favorite food and I go to eat it and take a bite and not realize that it's gone bad, like let's just say ham or something, I will never eat ham again. Never in the rest of my life, not one more time, will I touch it, even if that was my favorite food. Because once I get that smell in my nose where I don't like it, there's no changing that. So I did not ever want to try covering up the monomer scent with another scent and then have myself not like the smell of monomer anymore. So I hope I said that right. I love the smell of monomer and never wanted to mask it and then associate it with a bad smell, okay? So that was the reason why I never got the neutralizer. Well, especially with it being the holiday, we're in this little Airbnb, me and Vanessa, and she's been working from home. So the only nails I can do are Gel X nails because, again, we're in an Airbnb. I don't want to raise a stink. Like my nail room in Tucson, as you guys know, was a completely separate building. Oh, welcome to any new subs. I see some new subs here. So when I say as you know, I don't mean to say that. On my channel, you guys can see my old nail room if you want to go look. Maybe I'll link it in the cards. But, what was I saying? Oh, it was basically outdoors, so it could smell however I wanted it to. I didn't need to try to disguise the scent at all, because I was just in my own nail room. Don't come out here if you don't like the smell, basically, right? Well, Vanessa hates it. It kicks up her asthma, it makes her feel like she's choking and she can't breathe, etc. So I knew, because we were in an Airbnb and I don't want to leave like a horrible lingering smell and get charged for some kind of cleaning fee when we move out. And I also didn't want to choke Vanessa out because she's been working from home. Back to the nails real quick. I did cure these in the lamp, and now I'm going to go in with Not Polish's Blossom Gel, which is their blooming gel, so that I can do these flowers in the gel. And I'm going to use this art brush. This is what I used at first, and then I just didn't like the way it was pulling the colors through, so I switched to a different brush, which I'll show you. So I'm using this Not Polish gel liner and a Macart color I liked. It was a gel liner. or just a gel, yeah. So I'm going to go in with five dots of the creamy nude on top of the brown nude, and then I'm going to take the liner brush and pull both colors into the center of the circle of dots to make it look like a flower, like a little hibiscus or Hawaiian flower. Super easy. But my first time I didn't use enough product, and my nail brush was literally wiping away the look. Number one. Number two, I don't like nail sets to look completely uniform, where on every nail the same piece of bling is placed, or on every nail the same sticker, etc. I like them to be offset from each other, even if every nail is only using the same components all the way through. In this case, these flowers on all of the nails, I didn't want the flowers to be in the same place. I didn't want them to all look the same. Well, I had to start, not had to, but decided to start my flowers where I started this top one that you can barely see there because I didn't use enough product. Of course, my first or second flower looks like a pinwheel. My flowers always look like pinwheels, but they get better. Bear with me. Decided to start the first flower in this area because I didn't want my natural nail showing through or a harsh line where there was an ombre. But then when I looked at the set when I was done, I was like, oh, Jen, they all look the same. They're all in the same spot. So if I could have changed this, I would have made the flowers definitely in different spots on each nail, number one. Number two, I would have done them bigger and not so uniform, as I learned that I can start doing kind of on the ring and index finger later on. So I did switch to one of Drea's brushes. I needed a longer one, so I'm using her 11 millimeter that I just showed you there. And if you guys don't know, whenever you're using Blossom Gel or Blooming Gel, you place it on the nail and you don't cure it until you're done doing your gel design. When you're happy with your gel design, get that baby in the lamp and cure it into place. So, what I was getting at was, Vanessa's not minding that I use monomer. So I'm literally able to swatch colors that I get. I'm literally able to do a whole set of nails on my practice hand on myself, and then do another set the next day. And it's because of that neutralizer, you guys. It literally takes 75% of the smell away. And it stops it from lingering, I noticed. Because we're in this tiny B&B. Oh, by the way, these were supposed to be 5-point flowers. That's actually what Thao called them as a title to her post. 5-point flower, 5-petal flowers, something like that. And the 5, they just kept getting too big. So I just made some of 4. Let's see, what was I saying? Right, it stopped it from lingering. Also, because we're in a really small space here in this Airbnb, and my nail area is very small. The windows don't open. It's an old house, so they're like painted shut. And I can't open the front or back door for any like airing out purposes because we have pets, and the front or the backyard is not fenced in. So I did use the Kiara Sky sealing dapping dish, and I put my monomer in there. I soaked my brush outside, and then I took all my paper towels and table towels and anything that had monomer on it, sealed it in a Ziploc bag, and threw the trash outside. Here is how the nails are looking after the design is done and they are cured, and I'm going to put on these little caviar beads. I saw this hack where you can use a magnet to manipulate these beads, which I was like, what? And it works. It's the greatest hack. I do mess up in a little while where they kind of went spraying all over the place, and I'll show you that. One hack I like to do with caviar beads is I like to get a tiny little poker like this tool I'm using here and swirl it around in the gel that I'm using to adhere them, and get a little dollop of that gel on the tip of my tool, and then dip that dollop of gel into the beads. Now, I only wanted the tiny beads, which is why I took the majority of the bulk of the beads, and all the big round ones you have to fumble through to try to get to the little ones. So that's why I moved those away, and I'm just using that little ball of glue to pick up the beads, and that way I never have to fumble with them, and they go right where I want them to in a little cluster. And if you don't do it this way, try it. It really makes it really much easier. This is in This part is in double time. And you see this flower, how I decided to do it off to the side and realized I don't have to make them all uniform. Yeah, it was to my pinky now that I finally realized that, and it was kind of too late by then. But this set came out cute. It was so easy. The only filing I did was to crisp the edges. The only application was the gel. So right here, I did good, right? I took that off. Easy peasy. And then, I didn't use the lid and stuck the magnet in all of these. And I tell you, when I pulled this off, the way they just sprayed all over my desk, not fun. But I was able to kind of vacuum them back up by putting the lid back on the magnet. I'll show you. So I picked up the lid with, see, like this. So now I'm going to use the magnet to pick up the lid, like as a vacuum, and go around and pick these all up. They were everywhere, so I got the majority of them, but that hack does work. So I'm going to go in with some top coat on the bottom because this is what Thao did, and the nails are kind of clear. I am not wearing these only but one day, but I wanted to nail the design. And I did top coat over the caviar beads because these will rub off and fade, and get dull. That actually the color, they'll lose their color. And I did choose a rose gold caviar bead, by the way, for this set. And then I want you guys to see the free edge, just how crisp it's looking. And there's literally no product on these, so they're just the right thickness. Now, you can't buy these that I'm using here, but they do have multiple choices in coffin, like sculpted coffin, long coffin, short coffin, extra long, woo, woo, woo. And they're just as gorgeous, I think, if even not gorgeous, but I didn't buy those because I already had coffin. So this is the set, you guys. This is how it's looking. Again, I will link a video to Tao's video where she did this set. They came out super close to the Inspo. I didn't change anything, like I said, on the design, but possibly the color, because I don't know what color she used. So here you go. This is the set. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And next, we are going to go into what I did to change these. What design I did next. So yes, we see the nails ad nauseum. Woo. Okay, so this is going to start a new video. After I took these off, I put on the triple long tapered square Press X tips from Not Polish, and I trimmed them to this length, which made them like a tapered square. And I said tapered square, but they weren't tapered square until I cut them. They were just square. And I wanted to show you guys how to use Not Polish's Thicky Gel, because it's literally the easiest gel I ever used. Look at the fit on these, you guys. Look at the shape and the fit. Just perfection. If that doesn't look like it's growing out of my nail, what does? Look at that. Look at these. I could knock it over how fabulous these are. So I'm going to use this Manicure Fiber Gel because this was the color I was looking for. So that's why I didn't use the Thicky Gel, which is much easier. And I don't think, I'm going to use this Profiles Backstage gel brush. I don't think this gel is made to be used to build nails. So I'm not really trying to teach you guys how to do gel nails here. I'm just showing you how I did it because I had to lob and pile this gel on. Also, you can see all kinds of marks in my nails. That's just because, you guys, my nails are so thin. If I do any prep or removal or anything, it's just, I make marks in my nails. Anyways, I'm going in on the whole nail with dehydrator and primer. Not Polish's dehydrator and primer. And again, this was the color I wanted, so this is the reason I used this product. And I'm probably not using it correctly, and I'm probably not supposed to be building a nail with it, but again, this was the color I wanted. I don't know why. I didn't have a design in mind. I just wanted this color. I don't know. When I bought the Thicky Gel, the ones I have, which I will be going back and showing you guys how to use that because it's so easy and so amazing, and you use it just the way you've seen everybody use it, where you kind of pick up a bead and like swirl it around and dollop it, push it up to your cuticle, and then go side to side to bring it down the nail. So I wanted to show you, this is the gel I usually use from Young Nails. I wanted to show you its consistency, how it's self-leveling, and it's this thick and this runny. This isn't as runny as the stuff I'm using, so this kind of stays in place a little bit better. You can see how thick it is when you want to use it to build a nail, so this is what I prefer. Also, it's a flex gel, which means it has flexibility, so if you're knocking your nails, it's not going to hurt as bad or whatever, like it has some give to it. This stuff, it's for natural nails, not for extensions or building. It is strictly, it has keratin fiber in it, and it's for strengthening your natural nails or doing a natural nail overlay. So I'm not using this properly. I'm not using it for what it's intended for. I'm just using it for its color, okay? And I was just showing you the consistency of both here. So I will be doing another set where I use full cover tips and show you guys how to use not polished sticky gel like I mentioned to you, going side to side, back and forth. That stuff was literally the easiest builder gel I've ever used. It was so quick. I was just done with the nails lickety split. These took a long time because I kept having to add and pile it on to get the shape I wanted, and because it was so runny, it just kept flooding my cuticles no matter what I did. I don't make you guys sit through that, though, just a little of the application. And I keep comparing my right hand to my left hand. You'll see that because I actually loved the way my left hand came out. By the way, the left hand, I have not filed them yet. You're going to file gel just the same as you do acrylic. You're going to use your e-file or your hand file. The only thing is it's a much softer product, so the dust that comes off your nails is much finer. You should wear a mask, especially if you're using an e-file or doing a removal. That dust gets and settles everywhere. You do not want it in your lungs. And it's much easier to file. The speed and pressure that you need to use to remove acrylic is not it when you're removing gel. So if you're going to be starting your gel journey, these tips I'm giving you are things I do know for a fact, but the way I'm applying this is not, I'm sure, not recommended or how you're supposed to do it or whatever. It was a means to an end, you guys, for me. And I already have these removed. So what I was getting at is the good news is I can use monomer now, but the bad news is being in this Airbnb, we had to rent it on the fly. Okay, so when we got to Arkansas, I think I told you guys in my vlog, yes, we were in that hotel for exactly 1 week, 7 days. And we had found that hotel sight unseen on the recommendation of our realtor here in Arkansas that Vanessa's company hooked us up with. So when we rolled into town and we stayed at that hotel, we didn't realize that it was going to be, no discount for being with her company, no discount for renting, or staying there long term, even though it was a long-term stay hotel. It was like $110 a night, so a week cost us over $800. So we got out of there as soon as we could. However, we had already arranged for our items that were not here in Arkansas yet. We got here before the movers got here with our stuff. So we had to pay for and arrange for a self-storage unit for the movers to put our stuff in. So since we were staying in the hotel in Camden, we set up the storage in a spot close to Camden. Well, when we got out of that hotel after the first week, we were looking for an Airbnb, a house rental, a furnished apartment, like whatever we could get. We found an Airbnb, but it was 45 minutes away. So that is how I ended up in this Airbnb, 45 minutes away each way from my storage stuff. So anything that I might want to get in storage, like go grab some more acrylics because now I can use monomer, not happening. It's an hour and a half in the vehicle just to get there and back, and everything's packed. I mean, in that huge storage shed is everything we own, and the boxes are all up against the back wall, and in front of that is all of our furniture. So you have to climb on top of all of that just to get to a box, and the movers labeled them. Like, some things might say nails, but they don't know if what's in there is acrylics or not. So even if I did climb, I was comparing the nails, you guys, and I do this throughout because I want them to look the same, so I hold them against each other like that. It's a little trick I do when I'm trying to do my left hand, or my right hand, by the way. Anyway, if I climbed up and found 2 boxes that said nails on them, I couldn't guarantee that doing all of that, getting a dolly, schlepping it, moving it, lifting it up from a stack that's higher than my head, navigating it over my head, a heavy box, over around the furniture, putting it on a dolly, getting it, to where I could open it, and then it might be like the box with my glitters in it. You know what I mean? So I only have what I'm working with. So when I really, really wanted to use this new color, I couldn't go grab peaking nude or very Thao, or one of my favorite nudes, I had to use what I had, which again was this. So that's to explain why I'm using a product that I but that isn't made for this. But the procedure is the same, to get it on there. Anyway, when I used the neutralizer, it worked. The monomer didn't bother Vanessa, and she's been home because she's off until the 2nd. And I've already done swatching and one set of acrylics on myself, which is the next video, and I'm doing a set today. And I got my iPad fixed so I can make as much content as I want and move it over to my iPad and get it off my phone. If I already said that, please forgive me. So, let me think what else I have to say. Right, I wanted to fill you guys in on, I don't know where this started. The recording bar looks funny. By the way, I'm recording on my iPad and I think there's rustling noise, so I'm going to try to not move and not let that happen. Sorry. Okay, so to fill you in on the house situation, while we watch this application, we left Arizona on the 22nd or the 23rd of November. And basically by the 23rd and 24th of December, we had made an offer on a home we found here and had the offer accepted, had our inspection, had our appraisal, and we're on to finishing the loan process, and we should close, well, hello there, in the middle of January, the 1st or 2nd week in January, so coming up any time now. So that happened in less than a month, or right up to like the 29-day mark that happened, and then that was the 28th day, the 29th day, so not even in 30 days, we got an offer on our Tucson house that we went back and forth a little bit about, finally accepted. Their inspection is Monday, so we bought and sold a house and moved across country in 30 days. So hopefully the inspection and appraisal goes well on our Arizona house. Keep your fingers crossed, and our closing should go perfect on this house here. And just to explain about this set, because this is going to come to an end, I do a small design. Okay, so I wanted to show from this angle the filing, because what changed my shape when I started filing, or my shape started to change is when I started filing like this, where you go at an angle up the side wall of the nail, like this. Well, I'm on the top of the nail right now, but when you bring all the product to the top of the nail, so this right here, if you make sure that this part where I'm filing right there at that angle, that part of your nail, not just your side wall, but that your sides taper in to the top of the nail, and you use your file in that way, like right here, I'm going to angle it in. See that? That part of your nail, if you guys concentrate on that area of your nail, your shape will crisp up. No one ever says that, and that was like major when I figured that out. Anyway, when I'm done filing these, I'm going to use some blooming gel and some liner gels to make a marble across the nail, and I'm only going to show you the thumb, and then this video is over, because I finished the design on the nails another day, because I was really, I'd been sitting at the table a really long time and was tired, and this video will end. So I'm going to finish saying what I had to say about the house, and we should be done. In my moving vlog, I showed you the house that we put an offer on. That is the house we're closing on, so we did get that house. So we'll have an acre of woods behind our house, which I can't wait for, and we are buying an outbuilding to floss out to be my nail room. So we're buying like a storage shed to put out back. So just like a regular portable storage shed that you have delivered, not a plastic one, but like those ones that look like wood, but they're like a manufactured like siding. I don't know, but they look like little barns basically. We're gonna put that down on a foundation, run electric and water to it, put up drywall, put in flooring, insulation, lighting fixtures, a sink, everything we did at the other, hang the TV, but I won't be taking clients, so everything will be geared toward doing nails and making content. So I'm going to get another desk to make it in an L shape, so I can swivel my chair from making content to editing content, basically doing nails to making content. It's going to be all about that, and I already have a visual in my head of exactly how I want it to look. So once we close on the house, then we have to move from this Airbnb into the house, get set up, get settled, close on our other house, and then we'll be able to start buying things like sheds and that kind of stuff. The traffic here is really bad, and I have to sit out front to do the voiceover because the TV's on and like Ness is home on, vacation. So that was how the shape of the nail is looking. Like I said, I'm just going to show you one nail, and I didn't even finish my right hand because I was just done like recording. I just wanted you guys to get the gist of what I was doing. I will try to bring you like a thicky gel full cover tip video from here because I know some of you were looking forward to learning gel, and I didn't really do proper gel application at all in this video. But yeah, so I did just put some blooming gel on. You don't cure that, and then I'm just going to put the colors I want down on my palette, scoop them up with my brush, and lightly lay it where I want on the nail and let it bloom out. When I'm ready, when the design is finished in my mind, when it's how I want it to look, I will then cure it in the light, and then I'm going to go in with stain resistant top coat, cure that, and that's it. I'm going to put on some cuticle oil, and that is it for the set. And then I did give you a look at the way the other nails on my other hand were looking after they were filed, because I did file some more off camera, and the shape is shaping. These tips are so easy to make look good. You just have to do hardly anything. And I'm still an acrylic girl all the way, but these were quite easy and quite impressive, by the way. And I did end up doing some other gel looks on my other hands. I used like yellow and black, green and black, red and black, purple and black, all with white, just to see what color I liked best. And then by then I was tired of the nails and took them off and did something else. Look at this is before filing, and then I think I show you right here after filing. Yeah, so easy to do. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and I am glad to be back. I look forward to some more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Sorry, you guys, a couple more things. I will not use the iPad for my voiceovers next time because of all the rustling. I don't know why this was zoomed in the whole video so bad. I'll fix that next time. And also, instead of linking Thao's video, I'm going to add the TikTok here that shows the inspo. Bye!